Hi Year 6, welcome back to English Lesson 9. I'm Miss Fry. What you will need today, please, is a pen or pencil, some paper to write on, and all of your work so far, all the way up to the end of Lesson 8, please. Could you just pause the video and go and grab those things? Thank you. Lovely. Right, we're going to start with a little quiz today. We've been learning lots about the Amazon rainforest, so I thought I'd do a few quiz questions just to wake our brains up to start with. So if you've got your paper and pen, if you just jot down the answers to each of these questions, there's only 5 to go. Right, number 1. What is the approximate size of the Amazon rainforest? Question 2. How long is the Amazon River? Question 3. What is a prehensile tail? Question 4. How many species of insect is the Amazon rainforest home to? And lastly, question 5. Where in an insect's body would you find its thorax? I'll just leave those questions on the screen just for a moment. So if you've missed any, you can quickly jot down the answers, or you could just pause on the screen just so you could quickly jot those down. Right, let's have a look at those answers and you can tick them if you are correct. So the approximate size of the Amazon rainforest is 2.5 million square miles. The Amazon River is 4,000 miles long. A prehensile tail is a tail which grips to the trees. Spider monkeys have them. How many species of insect is the Amazon rainforest home to? Did you get that one? Yes, it was 70,000. And lastly, where would you find the thorax in an insect? You would find it in between the head and the abdomen. It's the second piece in a 3-part bodied insect. Well done, and hopefully that's woken your brain up to the start of this English lesson today. Now, let's look back at our learning journey. We're right at the end of this now. You've done so well. Now, last lesson, we wrote our concluding paragraph for the report, so we can tick that one off. And today we're going to be focusing on the editing and improving of your writing, okay? So, I've picked a section of my writing which I'm going to edit and improve, and I'd like you to do the same. There may actually be more than one section that you think need a bit of editing and improving, but I'm going to show you today how I might go about editing this piece. Now I've just got to make this screen a bit smaller so I can actually edit on the screen while I'm explaining it to you. So let me just do that for a second. Here we are. Now, when I was reading this section, there was a few things that I noticed that actually I do need to edit and improve. So I'm going to talk you through how I might go about that. So first of all, I'm going to read this section to see where those improvements may need to change and take place. So another species which inhabits in the Amazon rainforest, as well as other rainforests in Central and Southern America and Brazil, is the spider monkey. Now, I've got here which inhabits in. Well, inhabit means lives in, so I don't need the in here. That can be, I could delete that bit out here. So I could either cross it out here, or actually I'm just going to rewrite over here, because for me it's much easier to redraft. You might like to cross out and write in above or below if you've got space. So I'm going to rewrite another species which inhabits the Amazon rainforest, as well as rainforests in Central, Southern, Southern America and Brazil, comma, is the spider monkey. I still like the use of those brackets there, so that I can use the technical, scientific vocabulary. Great. Okay. Next, I'm going to carry on reading. So I've got these fascinating primates are large, extremely agile mammals who live in groups. Now groups, I'd like to change that because actually I looked up the collective noun for monkeys and that's either troops or tribes. So I'm going to rewrite that part. You could just cross it out here if you like. I think I'll just copy and paste it just to make it a little bit quicker. So I'm going to pop that in here and change that to troops. Okay. So now I've got these fascinating primates are large, extremely agile mammals who live in troops. Brilliant. Now, the next part is where I've got a bit of an issue really, because I feel like I've contradicted myself by saying, despite its thumbless hands, the spider monkey can move swiftly through the trees. It has elongated fingers and abbreviated thumb. Well, I've just written that the thumb is the hands are thumbless. So that doesn't quite make sense, and I'm not really quite happy about the order of that. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to start by talking about the elongated fingers and abbreviated thumbs, talking about the spider monkeys having those really long fingers and shortened thumbs. So I'm going to use that part first. So I'm going to take that and copy it over. Here we go. So I've got these fascinating primates are large, extremely agile mammals who live in troops. So instead of it has, because I've said these mammals, plural, I need to say they have. So I'll edit that there. They have elongated fingers and an abbreviated thumb, which helps it, which helps them. They have elongated fingers and an abbreviated thumb, which helps them grip to the branches. Now, instead of saying despite its thumbless hands, we can say despite these shortened thumbs, because it may seem though the elongated fingers would help, but actually abbreviated thumb, not so much when you're trying to swing amongst the trees. So I could edit that there to improve it. So let me do that. I'll take this bit over, copy here and paste over. So despite its shortened thumbs, there we go, because I do like that use of that subordinating conjunction to start, but I'm not saying that the hands are thumbless, they're just shortened. So despite its shortened thumbs, the spider monkey can move swiftly through the trees. Let's read that back together now. So another species which inhabits the Amazon rainforest, as well as rainforests in Central and Southern America and Brazil, is the spider monkey. These fascinating primates are large, extremely agile mammals who live in troops. They have elongated fingers and an abbreviated thumb, which helps them grip the branches. Despite its shortened thumbs, the spider monkey can move swiftly through the trees. Great. And then I think I can use my last sentence as is. So I've got, despite its shortened thumbs, the spider monkey can move swiftly through the trees. In addition to its well-adapted limbs and hands, this magnificent creature has a long prehensile tail which acts as a fifth limb. And I'm going to use that part because that sentence still works really well there. So you can see there now, I've just put in red in my original text the parts that I've actually edited and improved now. So now I've got my improved version of this section of my text on the right-hand side. So year 6, what I'd like you to do now is edit and improve your work. Either identify a section like I've done, or more than one section if your writing needs it, or you think actually there are a few more than one section that needs editing and improving. And either Edit as you go and cross out and write in the words above or below, or do what I did and identify what needs editing and improving and redraft that section or paragraph. Okay, that's what I'd like you to do now. So if you pause the video and edit and improve your writing, and then we'll come together for some evaluation at the end. Off you go. Well done, Year 6. Hopefully you've edited at least one section of your writing, if not more, so that you're now really proud of it and know that it's your best work. Now for a last little bit of evaluation. So I've got a checklist here. You don't need to write it all out. What I've done is I've put some checklist numbers down the side, numbers 1 to 11. So you can create a checklist and just write the numbers 1 to 11 down the side. I've put in the things that you need to check. You don't need to write those bits out. But for each checklist number, if you score yourself on how well you think you've done against that criteria, so 0 being the lowest, you're not sure, you might need a little bit of help with that, or a bit more practice, and highest is 3, like, yes, I've done that really, really well and I'm really confident. And then I'd like you to then tick next to your score if you've made improvements to that element of your writing. So for example, if you scored a 1 for the use of technical vocabulary and factual information, maybe considering that as an area for development in your writing. Tick it if you've already improved that element, or have a look back and see where some improvements can be made so that your score can be higher. So the elements that I'd like you to evaluate your work against are your use of headings and subheadings to organise your work, the flow of your writing, technical vocabulary and factual information, a range of punctuation correctly, a range of sentence types, relative clauses, fronted adverbials, fronted subordinate clauses, prepositions, expanded noun phrases, and making sure that your handwriting is legible and has appropriate joins in it. So if you pause this screen in just a moment, have a look at your writing, write the numbers 1 to 11, and you can score yourself against each of those things and tick if you've made those improvements to your writing. Well done, Year 6, and thank you for all of your hard work today with your editing improving, and I'll leave you with your evaluation. I'll see you next lesson. Bye.